Alright guys, so for my helmet I run kinetic and arc siphon. You can use whatever abilities up there you want, whatever your main damage type is going to be. Triple grenade kickstarter, this is going to give me my grenade back faster. Match whatever resist to the enemies you're facing. Insulation, get my class ability back faster. Intervention, get my grenade back a little faster. And absolution, get all abilities back a little faster. Utility kickstart, and then the exotic I choose is Star Eaters. You're going to run shackle grenades to suspend your targets. Widow's Silk Aspect, going to give you a secondary grenade. Thread of Ascent, it's going to reload all your weapons whenever you throw out your grenade. Thread of Mind, defeating suspended targets is going to guarantee class ability energy, and I just use Marksman's Dodge. Thread of Generation, dealing damage, regenerates grenade energy, giving you more shackle grenades to throw. And then the last one, I'm still fully fleshing out my hunter, is Thread of Continuity, and this is going to just increase that suspend time, which is going to be really great. And now I'm going to do a Master Law sector, and I'm going to be 59 light underneath what it says to be. So you can do pretty much any content with this as long as you know how to position yourself. You don't know how to position yourself, you might die a couple of times, or if you make an error in your positioning. So loading in here, you can see all my enemies are skulls, and that's okay. I'll still shred through them. My weapons are over light, but I'm not over light, or well, they're on light. But really all you have to do, shackle your target. I like to use the nade to start out because I'm always going to get that nade back. Grenade kickstart helps a lot because it's going to recharge my grenade and refund me all that energy I'm missing. Now there is a bug that I have noticed, and it's to do with the super. If you cast your super, Thread of Generation stops working sometimes, and the only fix that I've noticed that works is to just die, which kind of sucks. Maybe Bungie will address and fix this. If there's a workaround that somebody else knows about, please let me know in the comments, and then I can update everyone on that. So just be cautious if you pop your super. If you didn't want to run Star Eaters for extra super damage, then I would run probably 6 Coyote, give you an extra dodge so you can suspend more, which would really probably put this build extremely far up. But I feel like you get enough suspend just off the 3 abilities and then Thread of Continuity, because I ran this same exact build for my friend and tried it out in this Lost Sector on Master, and it worked out very, very well. The suspend time lasts very long, and all your abilities are going to get recharged. For stat spread, I would mainly focus on resilience, and then I would get 60 to 70 in both discipline and mobility if you can. But if you can't, probably just shoot for 60 to 70 in mobility and discipline, and then dump as much as you can into resilience. So right here, I'm just focusing on the barrier champion, not really worrying about those enemies to my right. I realize that I'm not getting my abilities back fast enough to kill him, so I'm just going to go ahead and wait, get some of those abilities back, and once I do have those abilities, I'll go down and I'll kill him. After I've killed some enemies on the right side, shackle him so he's not shooting at me, and then dive down, suspend my enemies, and focus on those scions, make sure he's dead, and anytime I kill a suspended target, I'm going to get class ability energy, really amping this build up. Now I got some dogs on me, and just doing damage will generate me my grenade, and dodge to shackle, or air dive to shackle, and just position myself to where I have the least amount of enemies able to see me. And throughout this whole run, I die a couple of times to reset because I casted super and I messed up. But as long as you don't cast super, I feel like it works just fine. And right there, the enemy shot the thread ball out of the sky. Kind of sucks. But you're not really going to need damage resistance with this build, since you're not going to get hit, really. Like, all the enemies are suspended, meaning that they can't attack, and you won't die. Because if there's nothing to shoot at you, then there's nothing to kill you. Only thing that this build is weak against is bosses, because you can't suspend bosses, which if you could, this build would be really broken, because you'd be able to keep a boss suspended the whole time. So I'm kind of glad that they didn't do that. This would have required a nerf. And even now, I feel like it still requires a nerf, because you're covering 2 champion types, and then your secondary weapon, like for me, Osteostriga, is going to cover my 3rd champion type, which is Overload. This is strong against barriers and unstoppables, weak against overloads, because overloads have that health regeneration. So I stepped forward here to spawn more enemies. More enemies I'm able to hit with Osteostriga, the more grenade energy I'm able to charge. Because the more enemies you're ticking, the faster that grenade's going to get recharged. It's like Starfire Protocol in a way, but less percentage. And really all you have to do, throw that shackle grenade and just mindlessly shoot at the enemy. And please leave comments in the comment section on any ways that you think that might amplify this build, and I could try it out before day 1. But I feel like I've gotten it really good to the point where I'm going to use this in day 1, and it's going to lock down any enemies that I'm facing, and I'm not even going to have to worry about whatever champion type they throw at us, or if they throw tormentors at us. As long as they're not boss type tormentors, then I'm golden. Because I know there were some tormentors in the campaign that you could shackle, and some that you couldn't. And if they throw boss type tormentors, because it seems like boss type's the only type of enemy that you're not able to suspend, then this build might fall off in that day 1 setting. Now, the boss room in this Lost Sector is definitely the hardest part. It's all about positioning, and I just use my grapple to get here. But this bugs out my grenade recharge. The champion teleported. And it started to take a lot of damage. And I don't bother finishing enemies just so I can get my grenade recharged. But right now, my grenade bugged. And I don't know if it's based on the grapple or if it's based on like just casting the super. If it's based on just casting the super, then there's not much I can do. Just not use my super ability, which kind of sucks, but whatever. So I try to 1v1 this champion. It's not going to work out for me because I'm not regenerating my grenade. And eventually I do realize that my grenade is not recharging after I've attempted to fight this champion for a solid minute and a half. But this is pretty much all of the build. If you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and sub. And give me more build ideas or give me suggestions of classes you want me to make builds for. I've been Delta, and I'll see you guys in the next video.